Well, hello everyone. This is Dan Thompson with CTFO, and I have been running into a lot of people lately who are saying, "What the heck is this CBD stuff I keep hearing about? It's all over the place." And that's awesome. I love it. I'm so excited that the world is becoming more and more aware of this. And then other people who find out about it and get involved in it are overwhelmed by all of these words that they're not understanding. So I wanted to take a few minutes and see if I could help in that understanding, okay? There are words like CBD, THC, hemp, marijuana, cannabis, cannabinoid, cannabinol, isolate versus full spectrum, phytocannabinoids, endocannabinoids, the 2-AGs or 2-arachidonyl glycerols, the anandamides or the arachidonyl ethanolamine, the CB1s and CB2s. My mind is blown. I can't handle this. So we're going to go through and we're going to dissect this and we're going to figure out what the heck it is. So any chance you remember back in high school, the mnemonic device that many of us learned to help us memorize the classifications? Dear King Philip came over for great soup. Kingdoms, phylums, class, order, family, genus, species. That was one of the mnemonics. Well, let's take a look at that for this hemp stuff. Going all the way, it starts all the way up in the kingdom of plants, goes on down in the family of Cannabisae. That's the hemp family, okay? The Cannabisae family produces hemp and hops. Like barley and hops. Anybody heard of that before? Well, the hemp is of that same family, the Cannabisae. Then going on, we look at the genus Cannabis L, and that's going to be our hemp. That's going to be the flowering plant. We happen to know it's the fatter leaf versus the longer, skinnier leaf, which is going to be more the marijuana plant. Okay? And then, so wait, hemp. So now we're all the way down to hemp. We're going to start taking a look a little bit up here at cannabis. It shows us you have your hemp species, you have your marijuana species. Marijuana recently being legalized in a number of states. Hemp, totally legal. There's nothing bad about it. So the hemp is going to contain 20% or more of the CBD and less than 0.3% of THC. Don't worry, I'll get to the letters. The marijuana, on the other hand, it contains 10% CBD, but it contains more than 20% THC. Remember, THC is that the psychoactive constituent of the marijuana plant. So pure CBD oil, it's an organic hemp extract that's concentrated in cannabinoid. We're going to get to that word again. CBD strains without the THC. THC is the part of the cannabinoids that get you high. Pure CBD has all the good properties of cannabis without getting you high. So the CBD is called cannabinol. It's non-psychoactive. Cannabinol, all these words. CBD, cannabinol. So this is just the long Latin word for what we call CBD. Thank you for the short version. Next, we have THC. It is called delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol. It's abbreviated THC. Thank you very much. It's one of at least 113, and we now know that number to be over 144, cannabinoids identified in cannabis. All right, so now let's tear this apart. Cannabis is way up here. It's the family, right? Out of the cannabis, you've got hemp and marijuana. You squeeze those suckers and you get some oils out of them, and the oils are called cannabinoids. I've heard it called cannabinoids, but I see two N's, so I say cannabinoids. The cannabinoid are cannabinol CBD, and delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol. So hopefully that helps, okay? You've got your family of cannabis. Out of that, you get your hemp and your marijuana. You squeeze the oils out of those, you're going to get cannabinoids. Some of those cannabinoids are cannabinol, CBD, and the delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol, THC. Okay, so those first 7 words right there, excuse me, those are the hard ones because they have no imagination. Everything is canna. So, okay, so now moving on, isolate versus full spectrum. Okay, the isolate, read along with me, CBD isolate means that the only thing you're taking is CBD. Remember, cannabinol, CBD. You miss out on the added benefits of using full spectrum, but it's still a viable option for many, many people. Still benefit from CBD oil's relief and find that isolates make it easier to be more exact with their doses. Another thing to be aware of is there's a lot of people in the government and other jobs where they are so mindful and so fearful of drug tests that they just cannot have a single anything of THC in their system. That's what makes an isolate the perfect solution for them, because an isolate has zero, zip, zilch, nada, none of the THC in it. We carry a 300 milligram isolate CBD. It comes in some veggie gel caps. It's very super cool. For those who don't have those concerns, the full spectrum might be a better idea for them. The full spectrum means they didn't isolate the CBD, cannabinol, from the other cannabinoids. Remember, that's the 144 other things in that oils they squeezed out of the hemp and marijuana plant. Cannabinoids, oils and terpenes found in the cannabis plant. It is beneficial because CBD's effects are enhanced by the entourage effect. This is such a fantastic word, and it's almost being overused since it was coined, but it's a great word. Back in the day, we used to call it synergy, where it just all works better together. The sum of the pieces are greater. Let's see here, are not as great as the whole. I think about baking a cake. You know, I can have all the ingredients sitting on the counter, and yeah, those are some fantastic ingredients, but boy, when they're all combined and it turns into a cake, it's lovely. So this does not mean that there will be high amounts of THC in the product when it says full spectrum, because again, it's hemp derived, it's industrial hemp derived, and it must have less than 0.3%. I mean, that is just so minuscule. So there's the full spectrum talk. Now, we've pretty much covered this whole side, 8.5 minutes in. We're going to get to this side now. Phytocannabinoids, endocannabinoids, endocannabinoid system. Okay, remember cannabinoid, right? That's all the stuff that got squeezed out of the hemps or marijuanas, right? So there's a phyto, which is a plant cannabinoids. Endo, which means endogenous, inside your body. Your body creates and produces endocannabinoids. And then there's the endocannabinoid system. Now, the endocannabinoid system back in the early 90s was the first thing discovered, and consequently, after that, they started discovering the cannabinoids, the endocannabinoids, and this is where we're going to get into it. Things like the 2-AG, which is the bliss molecule, also called 2-arachidonyl glycerol. There is not going to be a test on that. 2-AG is sufficient. And then the other one, anandamide, or AEA, because that's arachidonyl ethylamine. Anandamide, good enough to remember. So those are the two that are made internally, the endocannabinoids. okay, that react with, seems like I had a picture earlier, maybe not, that react with the endocannabinoid system. So here we go. We're going to look at this endocannabinoid system. Just like I said, endocannabinoids made inside cannabinoids, right, are in your brain and body. The anandamide, right here, and the 2-AG, right here. Interestingly, the 2-AG, because of its Latin word structure, the beginning of the Latin word means bliss. And so that's why it's sometimes referred to as the bliss molecule. Now, those four guys right there, those are all the endo names. Then there's also the phyto names, the plant names. The THC, CBD, CBG, CBA, CBB, CBEFGHIJK. I mean, we're going to run out of an alphabet soon. Those are all the ones that they have found in the plants that interact with this endocannabinoid system. It feeds it, it supports it, it gives our bodies the chance to repair. Some people say CBD healed my life. CBD did not heal your life. Your body healed your life. CBD was given to your body. Your body used that CBD, but it is your body that healed your life. And then there's our government, who will take absolutely anything of pure, glorious value, and they will try to create it themselves, and there might be indications or side effects. But so that's going to be your synthetic stuff, your endocannabinoids, your phyto plant cannabinoids. Now, looking at the endocannabinoid system, right? It's responsible for regulating all sorts of bodily processes, including your mood and metabolism, reproduction, pain, immune functions. Strengthening your diet with CBD may help create a healthier endocannabinoid system and therefore a healthier you. See, CBD, well, first, the endocannabinoid system, it controls just every function almost in your body. And so by feeding this endocannabinoid system, this CBD can assist with all of these hard things, the Alzheimer's, PTSD, sclerosis, depression, migraine, fibromyalgia, epilepsy, multiple sclerosis, hypertension, cancers of a number of kind, osteo and rheumatoid arthritis, menstrual cramps, irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's. I mean, and the list goes on and on. There just wasn't room in this picture. Okay, that's the power of this CBD in our endocannabinoid system. That's the power of what we're selling, this phytocannabinoid, and how it can feed this endocannabinoid system of ours. Okay, and then almost wrapping things up for you here, we've done all of these now except for the last two. We've got CB1s and CB2s. Here's what happens inside the body. You've got all these CB1 receptors and CB2 receptors in your endocannabinoid system. Okay, well, the CB1s, those are the 2-AGs. Those are the bliss molecules. That's why a lot of the THC gets you high. It's all bliss and whatnot. The CB2, the anandamide, that's what's feeding into the whole system, all the benefits of the whole system. So I hope that helped you. I hope it made a little bit more sense. Remember, it's all cannabis. Out of cannabis, there's hemp and marijuana. You squeeze the hemp and marijuana, you get a whole bunch of cannabinoids out of it. Those cannabinoids can be CBD and THC. See where I'm going with that, right? If you like what you heard, you want to talk about it, give me a call, email me, go to my website, go to our Facebook group, Hempire Group. Love you. Bye.